Okay, welcome back. Today, my video is about our 5-paragraph paper science style, or a 5-paragraph essay science style. We do write in science. Writing about science is a very important skill. And you guys did a great job on that last test when you had to do all those short answers and those essay questions. Actually, you did better on the essay questions than you did on the multiple choice. So we practice it. You got text our writing coming up pretty soon, and who knows, it could be a science-related topic. You never know. So we're going to practice our writing skills in science. I'm sorry I couldn't be with you today in class. Brandon got sick, and I didn't have a choice. So I'm here this morning at 5:30 making you this video so that you guys won't be lost today and you'll know what to do with the substitute. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. When you get back into the computer lab, some of you started yesterday, and I wasn't impressed. Okay, I need you to take this assignment seriously and follow these rules. It has to be turned in to me by the end of this period, and if it's not, it's going to be points off. And yes, I am going to grade it. I grade it like a science teacher, not an English teacher, but I am going to grade it, so I need you to take this seriously. You can knock this out in a class period if you get busy. All right, so here's what I did. It's on the board in the lab, so look to your left there and you'll see it. This is my pre-writing. And in the original assignment on Edmodo, I asked you to do pre-writing. Many people didn't. So what I mean by pre-writing is this. This is my web, okay? In the middle is my topic. I love science, okay? You might not love all of science, but there's got to be something, one thing, or two things that we've done in class that are interesting to you, okay? So my topic is I love science, and I've got to write 5 paragraphs about why, okay? My first paragraph is going to be my introduction. I don't write my first paragraph until the very end. Okay, so I know the three things that I'm going to talk about. So my 3 main topics are in black. I loved the 10% rule lab, where we poured the water from the 1,000 milliliter to the 100 to the 10 to the 1, and it showed how energy flows from the producers all the way up to the top consumers. Love that. So I'm going to write 3 to 5 sentences about that lab and why I liked it and why it was so important to me. There's your first body paragraph. My second body paragraph is going to be about the coffee filter lab. That was amazing. I really liked watching the water travel up the coffee filter, turning that black mark into a rainbow of colors. It explained to us why the green pigment stays in the leaf with the chlorophyll and photosynthesis. So I can knock out 3 to 5 sentences real easy about the coffee filter lab. So that's going to be my second body paragraph. My third body paragraph is going to be about my favorite science teacher. When I was in junior high, his name was Coach Malman. Coach Malman was an amazing teacher. He taught me amazing things about science, and I can knock out an easy 3 to 5 sentences about him and what he taught me and why he was such a great influence on my life. Why I became a science teacher because of Coach Malman. It could be, you don't have to write about your favorite science teacher. Maybe you don't have one. Maybe science just isn't your thing. You could pick another topic that we've talked about. Maybe it was the corn and beans lab. Maybe it was the safety scramble. But you can come up with a third body paragraph. So after I finish my 3 to 5 sentences for these 3 topics, okay, then I'm going to go back and work on my introduction and my conclusion paragraph. My introduction paragraph just sets my audience up for what they're going to learn about. So in my introduction paragraph, I'm going to say something like, I love science, and the 3 most interesting things we've done this year in science were the 10% rule lab, the coffee filter lab, and my favorite science teacher was very influential in my career choice. So I would set that up, 3 to 5 sentences in the first paragraph, and then after the last paragraph, the one that comes last, would be my conclusion. I would restate my 3 main topics. Science is a wonderful topic. Science is a wonderful subject. I love science because I had a great science teacher. 2 things that I really enjoyed this year so far are the 10% rule lab. I enjoyed modeling how the energy flows from the producers to the top consumers. And I really enjoyed seeing the visible light spectrum in the coffee filter lab. So that's my conclusion paragraph. Okay, So you set your paper up, and when you think of it in these ways, it's easier to do. A lot of you guys were just starting to type. And you got to plan out your thoughts. You got to know what you're going to say before you say it. So do the pre-writing, even if it's just on a sheet of notebook paper before you get started. So here are the logistics about your typed, turned in paper. All right. Oh, I'm sorry. My next slide is just an outline format. So if you're not a bubble person and you just want to do an outline, first paragraph introduces a topic. My second paragraph is going to be about the 10% rule lab and why I liked it. My third paragraph is going to be about the coffee filter lab and what I enjoyed about that, what I learned from that. And then my fourth paragraph, my body paragraph, is going to be about my favorite science teacher, Coach Mallman, and why he was so important to me. And then my conclusion will be the last one. So whether you do the web or you do the outline paragraph 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, it doesn't matter. Just do some pre-writing for me, okay? All right, now, here are the specifics I want you to have. If you don't have it this way, you're going to lose points and you're not going to get your full credit for this assignment. So after you hit your final save in Microsoft Word, you need to be at the same computer you were at yesterday to get to your saved work. Or if your saved work yesterday wasn't worth turning in, start over. It's easy to do. Okay. You must, I cannot tell you how important this is. If you don't do it this way, I won't even grade your paper. I will give it back to you and make you handwrite it. Okay, so please, very important. It must be 12-point font, no bigger than 12 points. If you don't know how to change your font, ask the person next to you. I bet they can show you. You must use black text because if I want to print these out, I'm not printing out purple letters. I'm not going to read yellow letters. Must be in black. And it must be in Times New Roman font. Nothing more, nothing less. No scripty, no swirly, no curly, none of those special fonts. Times New Roman. Okay, this is a serious assignment and you would never turn in a real assignment to an English teacher in some crazy font. Okay, so make sure black text, 12 points, no bigger, no smaller, and it's got to be in Times New Roman. Play with it all you want, but when you hit save and you turn it into me, if it's not like this, won't get a grade. Okay, finally, hit your final save, make sure your work is saved, and then you actually have to upload the file to Edmodo. So go back on your Edmodo feed to that original assignment that says essay. Click turn in, and then it's going to ask you to attach the file. Just like we put in our backpack yesterday. You're going to go through the same steps. Click on add file, go to Microsoft Word, find your document, and upload it. Okay, if you don't know how to do that, I promise you someone in the room can help you with that. Okay, I will be close to my phone. I will be close to my computer at home. So today, while you're sitting here in the lab working on this, if you run into a problem on Edmodo, message me. I will do my best to get back with you in just a few minutes and help you out with that. Okay. And if you don't ask, if you don't understand, ask. If you don't ask, we can't help you. And I promise you, there's at least 2 or 3 people in every class that knows how to do all of this. So ask around if you can. If you can't figure it out, message me or ask somebody for help. Okay. And then finally, I need you all to understand this. We wrote yesterday, we're writing today. Tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday are going to be our benchmark days. Friday, fun day, depends on what you do today. If I don't see all of the assignments turned in instead of Friday fun day, you're going to be writing. We're not going to be able to go back in the computer lab. You're going to be handwriting. Okay, Friday fun day depends on today. If I get a bad note from your substitute, there will be no Friday fun day. We'll just move on with our next topic. Okay, so Friday fun day depends on your behavior in class and how hard you work today. You may also work on this from home if you're capable. Save it to your backpack. You can open that file and then edit it at home. Okay, But Friday Fun Day depends on today. Remember, message me on Edmodo. I'll do my best to get back with you in a few minutes of class. Have a great day, and I'll see you back on Wednesday.